What's up guys, AudioSalt has released the suite, the amp locker, that will hold all their amp sims so you can access them conveniently in one plugin instead of loading them one by one. And you can download the amp locker at no cost through their website, and in that you get a completely free amp sim as well, the Prestige 1959, which is modeled after a classic Marshall amp. And with that they've also released two new amp sims, the Califier and the 5650 Plus, which I think everyone can see what amps they are modeled after. And worth mentioning is that those amps are in beta version right now, at least when I'm filming this. So they're available for only $7 until they go up to their original $9.99 price when the finished version is released. So be sure to grab them as soon as you can. But enough talking, let's head over to the DAW and check out the amp locker and the new amp sims. Alright, so before we start tweaking some tones, let's see how it's set up and the features of the plugin. So by default the Prestige is loaded up, as you can see, and up here you have an input knob, a gate, an input choosing, left, right, mono or stereo, a tuner, a MIDI editor, and here you have all your presets. I haven't created one yet, but here you can save your own or the default amps that you have. It's loaded up here. The HQ button here, you can choose the oversampling, either the boosts, which I will go through in a bit, or the amp itself, from none to 16 times. And here you have your stereo effect that you can use to have like a double track guitar, but just by using a mono guitar. I can go through that as well in a bit. It's pretty cool to demo right or to just jam by yourself. I can go through that in a bit, as I said. Over here you can access the manual, and here you have if the amp has any amp settings in the back, like the Califier has, for instance, and you have those accessible right here. I'll go through that as well, of course, and an output knob. And take a look down here, you have a pedal section, where for this one you have the overdrive, an hyperdrive, or a screamer. It looks like this, a classic Boss overdrive, it looks like. A screamer, as I said. You have a compressor, modulator, tremolo, chorus, and also a wah. And next, the amp itself. With this arrow here you can access all the amps that are in your possession. So if we want to check out the Califier, for instance, you can just load that up there. The 5050, which they've also included in this amp locker at the moment. They're gonna add other amps as well to this, but not everyone has been added to the amp locker yet. Hellbeast, for instance, got a pretty slick update to the look. Looks really killer. And the 5650, which is also one of the new amps. And just to show you, if you tweak a parameter like that, move over to the 5050, for instance, tweak that, and go back to the 5650, the parameter stays the way you've chosen it, so you can easily jump back and forth between the amps, and the settings remain how you set them, though I really like that one. And here's the dual cab loader, as you're familiar with all the features that it has, and also a pre-FX section where you have either a tempo sync delay. I can show you that, of course. It looks like this. An EQ, parametric EQ, a compressor, red or black, reverb, chorus, and a delay. And the cool thing here is you can place the effects however you want. You can just drag them over here, and you can have the reverb before the delay or vice versa. And you can add a chorus and have the delay or reverb after that, and so forth. So that's really cool. You can just move them around. And that's the same with the pre-FX as well, of course. Yeah, so that's how the plugin's set up, but let's check out how it sounds. Alright, so I have my Solar Guitars S1.6 Baritone here for this demo. I'm just gonna play through the amps and tweak some knobs and see what tones we can get out of it. Starting off with the free Prestige amp. I think it's gonna sound a bit more rocky, but I think we can dial in some metal tones to this one as well. So just gonna play through the knobs here and add some boosts and some pre-FX maybe later, and then see what tones we can get out of it. So let's go. Yeah, as I thought, it's a rocking amp here. Let's just tweak some knobs. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, so a decent amount of gain there. I think we got a really cool starting point. Well, let's add a boost in front of it and see if we can push the amp even further. I'm gonna add the screamer and set it the way I normally do. Put the overdrive down to 0, tweak some tone into it, and then crank the level so it saturates the tone into the amp and see what it does to the sound. And the settings were like this. Let's hear it. Yeah, cool. Let's check it with and without. Yeah, really cool sound there to it. Let's try to add a bit more gain to the amp itself. Maybe crank the master a bit more so it saturates the tone even further. And see what that does to the sound. Yeah, really cool amp. And being that it's free, it's a really kick-ass sounding free amp if you ask me. But let's check out the other amps as well. And quickly just mention that the cab that we're playing through here is the Califier 4x12 with the 57. And the settings is like this. And it's the one cab that's sounding there. You can just mix in the right cab as well, but I'm gonna go with the left one just for simplicity. I'm gonna try and switch up the IRs as well here so you can hear what that does to the sound. But let's just stick to the Califier 4x12 and move forward to one of the newer Califier with this cool rectifier-ish look to it. I think you can see what amp it's supposed to model, right? And right now it's set to, because it's a 3-channel amp, so it's set to the lead channel here as well. You can just switch between them like this if you want a clean tone. And it sounds like this. Well, clean-ish anyway. Or you just deactivate that one, like a crunch channel, or go over to the lead channel. Sounds really cool. Just gonna tweak the knobs here, and those knobs that are active right now are these knobs down right here, and still have the screamer engaged. So let's just deactivate that one and go with just the amp for now, and then I'm gonna kick in the screamer afterwards. So let's tweak some knobs. Has a really meaty tone from the start. Yeah, sounds cool, but it's screaming. Get it? For a tube screamer, so I'm gonna activate that. Sounds great, but it's a bit muddy in the low end. Let's see if we can clear that one up. Yeah, sounds kick-ass. That's a cool metal tone right there. Let's see if we can clear it up with some less bass. Back off the presence. And add some more treble to it. Yeah, have to stop myself there. Don't have the time to just riff out as I would like to, because it sounds really good. But in this one, as I said as well, you can go to show amp settings, and here you have a bunch of other tweakable options. You can switch the tubes from EL35 to 6L6s. You can go modern or vintage for both orange and red channel, and the modern is chosen right now. Let's switch it over to the vintage channel and the 6L6 tubes instead, and see and hear how that sounds. Yeah, a bit more vintage sounds as the name suggests. Let's go over to the modern and switch between EL34s and 6L6s. Not a huge difference there. The main difference was to switch between modern and vintage, of course. You can also reduce or increase the impedance. Let's check that out. Yeah, so that's the Califier for you. Let's switch over to the other brand new 5650 Plus. And as you can see, the settings that were tweaked in the beginning stays with the amp like that. So that's really cool. Let's just tweak some tones for this one. I'm gonna keep the boost on here and then switch it on and off so you can hear the difference. Let's keep the boost on and get down some pre-gain and then have the lows in the middle. Set it up like that and just start tweaking. And just quickly mention, of course, this is also a 2-channel amp. So you can, or a 3-channel amp, you can switch it over to the other channel like that. Clean sound. Or a crunch sound. But we're gonna stay to the lead channel for this demo. So let's just continue. I really like how the resonance knob here really makes the guitar more angry or more like full. Sounds really cool. Let's continue. Let's turn on and off the screamer and see what that does. See if it holds up. A cool sound as well without the screamer, but the screamer really tightens up the low end, so I really like that on. Let's hear it with the settings before and after. Yeah, really nice sound. Yeah, so those are the 3 new amps that are available right now. Let's check out the older ones as well that they've added some updates to and hear how they sound. First off, the AHM 5050 that I've done a demo of before. So let's hear how this one sounds with the new update. kick-ass. Just some minor tweaking there, and this is a really nice sounding amp. And also, of course, you have the Hell Beast. Let's check that one out. Let's hear how it sounds if we disengage the screamer and flick between the kill button here, the kill switch. Yeah, tightens the sound up a bit. Sounds really cool. And just tweak these as well and hear what they do to the sound. Yeah, I can just sit there all day, man. Sounds really cool. Yeah, sounds awesome. Yeah, so those are the amps that are in Amp Locker at the moment, if you have them. Let's just go back to the 5650 Plus and check out a couple of the IRs that are included and hear how they sound. Let's switch to mics. Let's add another cab to the equation and hear how that sounds. There's really cool tonal options you can get there by just adding another cab to the equation, as I said. Let's flick it over to the EVH cab because I really like that one, and then see what we have in form of post FX section. Let's check out the reverb. Continue with adding a delay. Taking down some feedback. Let's see if we can get some cool lead tones. Maybe some chorus. And let's try and move these so you get the first chorus and then the reverb. See how that sounds. And nice, you get the chorus effects in the post effects, the reverb and delay. So that's nice. All right, so lastly, we're going to check out the pseudo double tracking feature that we have up here. So I've set the track to a stereo track instead of a mono track. I've set the amp to input left, mono to stereo. And it sounds like this at the moment in mono. And if we flick this button here, let's hear what that does to the sound. That sounds pretty cool. Let's hear it with some drums and bass maybe. Instead of just going mono like that. Yeah, I think it's a really cool way to sit by yourself and jam along, maybe sketch out some ideas or whatnot. Instead of just having the guitar in front center, you can get some really cool width to it if you add this pseudo double tracking feature that we have up here. And we really need some cool, like good speakers or some headphones to really hear the difference in this part of the demo. So be sure to, if you didn't have that when you listen, just go back and put on some headphones or listen to it in decent monitors so you can hear the difference. Yeah, so there you go. That's the new amp locker for you. Hope you enjoyed the demo, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to answer, as always. And if you want to support me, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I release a new video, and until the next one, see you later.